Good morning. Welcome to another Monday Morning Coffee with Melissa. I'm your host, Melissa. Cheers. So, this is another topic that really resonates with me that my friend and viewer had sent to me as well, just like last week's. But this is something that had been on my list to discuss anyways, so it just worked out really, really well. So Mary Kay Ash, I was in Mary Kay for 10 years and I loved it. It's a great, great, great opportunity. I have a blog post on my website about what I learned in my 10 years in Mary Kay, and I'll talk about it a little bit more in maybe another Monday morning coffee. But Mary Kay was just such a positive environment. And Mary Kay Ash always used to say, your attitude determines your altitude. And I love that quote. And we always used to hear from our mentors and from Mary Kay Ash. I mean, she had passed away since, when I joined Mary Kay, but watching the videos of her speeches, listening to CDs and stuff. CDs, remember those guys? Anyways, she always used to say, your attitude determines your altitude. And she always said you could do everything wrong with the right attitude and still succeed. Because here's the thing, you guys, we all make mistakes. We're all human. But if you just have a great attitude about it, you're like, yeah, whatever. If you can learn to laugh at yourself, then you're like, yeah, whatever. I made a mistake, fix it, move on. And that's where I think gratitude comes in. And if we are showing and expressing gratitude throughout the day, regardless of what's happening around us, then we're succeeding. We're succeeding and life is getting better, because really when you have an attitude of gratitude, which is something that I've heard that phrase. You guys may have heard it too. You're putting out those positive vibes to the universe. You're putting positive energy out. But when you're like, ugh, I hate my job, I hate my coworkers, I have to drive to work 2 hours a day, blah, blah, blah. You're just complaining about everything. I don't like this salad dressing. This lettuce looks horrible. Why, all these negative things, and you're just complaining. Then yeah, you're going to get more of that. And that's why practicing gratitude every day throughout the day is really, really critical to your success in life, and not just in like business or work, but with your family life, in your health. So I run a weight loss group for some folks with the other company I'm a health coach for. And this is one thing that, at the end of each of our group coaching sessions, I always say, before we get off the call, I always say, okay, think of one thing that you're grateful for right now. And either say it to yourself out loud in your head, or go tell someone in your house right now. Tell someone one thing that you're grateful for. And I just always want to leave the call and leave our conversation with something positive. There's always something to be grateful for. Always something to be grateful for. So one thing that Scott and I do in our home is we say at least one thing that we're grateful for before we have a meal together. And also before we go have coffee in the morning. So when we have coffee, we'll say to Lex, which is one of the cats, or to a sunny day, or to the rain, and we'll do a little cheers. But when we have a meal together, it's so much fun because we ask each other, what are you grateful for? And, it's always, if we're having meat, I'm grateful for the animal that gave his or her life for us, so we could eat nutritious food. And sometimes it's just, I'm grateful to be home and relaxing, or I'm grateful for a productive day, or I'm grateful for hot water. Lately, I've been so grateful for hot water and heaters because I've been riding my bike in the 40-degree weather and it's fun, but I'll get home and I'm like, oh, I'm ready for a hot shower. And it's just things like that. And I tell you what, it makes a big difference in our home, the energy in our house. So, anyways, I love that, and I love attitude of gratitude, and it's so cool too because whenever we have friends over, we share our gratitude ritual with them, and we have a couple of friends who, whenever we're with them now, and we have a meal together, we could be out at a restaurant and we still do it because they like, hey, we have to say what we're grateful for. And I just love that. I love living by example and I love inspiring other people. That's why I do what I do. And I know these Monday morning coffees, I'm still getting the hang of it. I'm still getting the hang of editing, the lighting, the sound, everything. But I do it anyways. And I have a great attitude about it because I know that I'm going to get better at this and improve. And that's the attitude you should have with anything. When you wake up in the morning, you should be grateful. Like, I'm so grateful I got out of bed and I woke up. Because if you're alive, you could do so, so much with your life. So I hope this helped. I hope you're inspired. And I invite you to borrow Scott and I's grateful ritual that we do before a meal. So I know a lot of you probably pray. I grew up in a household that we prayed before dinner. And that's one of the reasons why I love the what are you grateful for exercise. So anyways, have fun with it. Be grateful for everything that you have in your life. I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful for this opportunity to, live by example. So, okay, cheers.